Chelsea's big bolstering. Barcelona have agreed with the top-tier centre-back. Lewandowski ignores anyone in Bayern, and Barcelona's newbie fools everyone in the airport. We've gathered lots of intriguing stuff. Let's get the show on the pitch. Xavi could keep Ajax Collado in the first team. The Barca manager was full of confidence towards the 23-year-old in the first days of pre-season training. Xavi doesn't count on Abde S for next season and will ask him to find a new club. Man United CEO Richard Arnold is currently working hard to persuade Cristiano Ronaldo to stay at Old Trafford beyond this summer. Marco Asensio is convinced that he will get more playing time this season and has decided to stay. Luka Jovic grabbed 4 goals in his first outing for Fiorentina on Tuesday. The game was against Real Vicenza in Viola's preseason. Relationship between De Jong and Xavi breaks down. Frankie doesn't feel trusted by Barcelona. Well, when you play in the team and the coach changes every year, it's quite difficult to adapt, Pogba said. Leroy Sané's agent has offered the player to Real Madrid. Defensa Central reports Real Madrid will consider the possibility of signing the winger. Frankie de Jong's agent have warned Manchester United that the footballer has no intention to quit Barcelona, Fabrizio Romano shared. Matthijs de Ligt agreed to take a pay cut in order to move to Bayern, Sport Bild writes. French Senate report concludes Liverpool supporters were unfairly and wrongly blamed for Paris chaos, The Guardian wrote. Burnley have reached an agreement with Chelsea to sign Jan Madsen on loan, The Athletic reports. Espanyol will be satisfied with a 35 million euros bid for Raúl de Thomas. Atletico Madrid are interested in his services. West Ham will raise PSG for Gianluca Scamacca, The Guardian reports. Lazio have announced the signing of a 21-year-old Real Madrid defender, Mario Gila. The native of Barcelona moved to the Italian capital from Los Blancos, where he mainly represented Real Madrid Castilla squad. Staying at Chelsea long-term, I'd like it. I grew up as a Chelsea fan and I've made my name playing here, Reece James was quoted as saying by the BBC. Mount will talk to Chelsea management about the possibility of extending his contract. The Englishman insists he is very happy at Blues camp. Lille have signed Clermont forward Mohamed Bayo with the deal being valid until the summer of 2027. Getafe intend to take Borja Mayoral once again. The Spaniard has been performing for the Deep Blue Ones in the last 6 months. Hellas Verona have announced the signing of Hibernian defender Josh Doig. Filippo Inzaghi has taken head coaching duties at Regina. The former manager of AC Milan will lead the Serie B club with a contract running for 3 years. Andrei Yarmolenko has joined Emirates side Al Ain on a free agent basis, as his agreement with West Ham came to an end. Luis Maximiano is now a Lazio player, as the Eagles have bought Granada goalkeeper. Yes, this week will officially sign Ousmane Dembélé, Joan Laporte stated. Today, Manchester United and Ajax will hold a meeting regarding Lisandro Martinez. The Red Devils are working on a new proposal. Sporting agreed with Barcelona to a year-long loan of Trincao. The Green and Whites paid 3 million euros for the deal, also submitting an option to buy Francisco out for 7 million euros. Carney Chukwuemeka got left out of Aston Villa pre-season tour. He may change the club soon. Isco could soon find himself at Sevilla, Matteo Moretti reports. Istanbul Başakşehir have announced the transfer of Özil. We are to recall that Fenerbahce had terminated the agreement with Mesut. Hertha footballer Marco Richter was diagnosed with a testicular tumor. The club from Berlin lost the forward for an indefinite period. On its official website, Hertha have confirmed the signing of CSK Moscow striker Chidera Ejuke. The agreement with the 24-year-old Nigerian is calculated until the summer of 2023. The former striker of Milan, Sevilla, and other clubs, Carlos Bacca, had decided to leave Europe. The footballer received an offer from his home club from Colombia, Atletico Junior, and agreed to return. Bril Embolo has agreed personal terms with AS Monaco. The Monegasques continue to negotiate with Borussia Mönchengladbach. Chelsea have opened talks for Prince Kimpembe. PSG are still willing to sell one of the team's leaders. Shane Long left Southampton after becoming a free agent. The footballer decided to come back to Reading, who are currently performing in Championship. Alright, now we are moving on to the hottest topics of the day. Kalidou Koulibaly may become Chelsea player in the coming hours or days. This is proved by the reliable Romano and Di Marzio, as Napoli agreed on a 40 million euros bid. The Senegalese will pen a long-term contract with a salary of 10 million euros, and he's only left to undergo a medical today, after which the transfer will be officially confirmed, strengthening for Tuchel's roster. Eden Hazard has been placed on the transfer market again by Real Madrid, claims Spanish outlet Relevo. This is despite him showing some improvement towards the end of last season and promising to come back as a new player in the upcoming campaign. Los Blancos aren't too convinced by him and will sell him if an appropriate offer comes in. But if Hazard is to stay, Carlo Ancelotti has promised to try and get the best out of him next season. Neymar is likely to remain at PSG next season. The 30-year-old Brazilian has no desire to leave the French side this season, as he wishes to fully focus on securing a key role in Brazil's squad for the World Cup in Qatar. Therefore, Neymar puts the issue of his departure on the back burner, despite the fact of the Parisians willing not only to sell him, but also to let him go on loan. Neymar's current deal with the Red and Blues lasts until the summer of 2025. The move of Jules Koundé to Barcelona is getting closer. According to authoritative Gerard Romero, Barca and the Frenchman agreed on the terms of a personal contract. All that remains is to agree the amount of the transfer with Sevilla. The Rojiblancos demand at least 60 million euros, while Laporta hopes to pay partly with money and partly with players. Sevilla are particularly interested in Dest and Depay. Chelsea have announced the recruiting of Manchester City and England winger Raheem Sterling. The contract with the star footballer is valid for 5 years until the summer of 2027. It also includes an option of 1-year extension. According to unofficial data, the amount of the transfer goes to 53 million euros. Man City will also be able to receive bonus fees in the future. Definitely a top-notch deal. London is my home, and where it all started for me. And it's amazing I now have the opportunity to play in front of friends and family week in, week out at Stamford Bridge. I'm really looking forward to meeting the fans there soon. These were Sterling's first words after arriving. Here are the latest updates on Robert Lewandowski's transfer saga. Loic Tanzi reports Barca making an offer of 50 million euros without add-ins. This sum should suit the Bavarians management, though Bild has reported that the Munich team asked for additional 10 million in bonuses. Gerard Romero has shared an insider, according to which Bayern are inviting the management of Barca to Munich for completing the negotiations over Lewandowski's departure. Romero also informs that the deal will most likely take place next week. Moreover, interesting bits of information also came from Bild. The Pole basically had no contact with Bayern teammates and coaches during training. No doubts, Robert dreams of a transfer to Barca to happen as soon as possible. Rafinha Diaz is about to officially become Barcelona's latest valuable asset. The Blaugranas have announced a principal agreement with Leeds United regarding the Brazilian. So now the fate of the deal depends only on the footballer's medical. The contract is expected to be calculated until the summer of 2027, while the Peacocks will receive a fixed fee of 58 million euros and another 9 million in bonus fees. An interesting story happened when the footballer arrived at Barcelona airport. Rafinha's cousin has deceived the media by pretending that he's the player Barcelona had signed. This smart act helped Rafinha to avoid the media and comfortably leave the airport. After a while, Barcelona uploaded a video with the real Rafinha. The Brazilian will undergo his medicals. He's gonna be unveiled at Camp Nou this week. Another project of ours has recently released a video on the topic why Barcelona still paid 67 million euros for Rafinha. We suggest you watch and find out what his arrival will turn out to be, top or flop. Link to the video is in front of you. Well, it was football news. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.